So hello guys, welcome into our new lecture. So in today's lecture we are going to study about what is abstraction. So basically what is abstraction and how can we create abstract classes and how can we use it in our program. So in simple terms, if I explain you that when we are going to write a code, so before writing the code actually we are going to a blueprint of the code, that what functionalities does this code will contain and what functions will it have, so that in future we have to call those functions and we can implement according to our needs. But at first we have to just define the function that these functions will be used, and later on we can define that what properties should it use and how can we achieve different functionalities from it. So let us see this in our code. So let me just create a class here. So I am going to create a class, and after class I am going to give the name of my class. So I am giving the name as learn here. You can take any name, it's just for better understanding. I am using def keyword for defining our class, for defining our function. Now I am going to give the name of function. So let me take, this is our learn class. So in our learn class we have student. So let me just take student dash details. Now here let me just use self keyword to link it, and here I am using pass. So now basically what's happening here, we are not giving any implementation in this function, we are just using pass, so that we have some parameter returning from the function. Same, I am again going to create a function which is student assignment. So like every student have some assignments, student assignment, and again I am going to use self keyword to point it to our class, that this is a function of our learn class. Let me just use pass here again. Here we again did not define any implementation here, and let me again create a class using define key, create a function using define keyword and student marks. So let every student have different marks. So let me just student dash marks, and using self keyword to point it again, and let me just write pass here again. So now basically we had seen that here we had created the whole skeleton of our class, that which functions will it contain and what implementations which we are going to do on it, we will see it later. Now how can we create this class as an abstract class? So for that purpose there is a module inside our Python with the name import abc. So abc basically stands for abstract, a b and c, abstract. So now if I run it, this module is imported for us, and if I want to create this function as the abstract function, so how can we do that? We have to use notation at the rate of abc dot. Now we can see that we are getting here multiple functions there. So I am going to create this an abstract method. So I am just going to create this abstract method. Now this function, the notation on which the function you give it, that function becomes the part of that abstract function. Like if we give the notation here, then this function is the part of this abstract method. Again if we want to create the other function as abstract method, we again have to use abc dot abstract method. Now again this function is also abstract method, and again let me just define abc dot abstract method. Let me just run it. You can see that now our whole classes are converted into abstract methods function, like all the functions of class are converted into abstract method. Now here we did not define any implementation, and we just use the pass keyword. So if we want to define some implementations, or we want to define some functionality, so how can we do that? So let me take another class. So let me just take another class. I'm going to use class, and like this class is student detail class. Like this class contains all the details of student dash details. So now here I have to inherit this class. So how can we inherit? We have to just pass the name of a class. So this is our name of class, we are passing it to inherit its functions. Now if I going to use define keyword, and after the define, you can see that we will get all the functions of our abstract class here, like student dash details. Now you can see that we are getting this function from our learn class. So let me just call it, and here you can see that this is super. So super keyword basically defines that this this function is getting all the properties from its super class. Like this is a super class because we are inheriting it, so it is a super class. So it is getting all the properties from this function. But here we did not define anything. We can define here, like if we want to perform something from here, so we have to define here that now whatever we define this function, that function will only be called inside this class only. Like what implementation which we are giving, those implementations only work for this class. And if in second class we again implement the learn class and give some implementations for this function, then those implementations will work for that class only. These are basically limited to the classes, like the class in which we are defining function, their functionalities also remain in the same class. We can use functions differently, but the implementations will be different in each class. So let me just return something here, that this is yeah, these are student details. So let me just pass this as string, so for better understanding that we are getting this same output. So these are student details, and just I am executing so that you can see that now whenever we will call this function, we will get this statement. So here let me take another function so that we can see this implementation of multiple functions. So now again it is inheriting the super class. Like this is the super class in which this function was firstly initialized or defined. So let me just return here something, that this is student assignment from student details uh, so from student details, so that we can get a clear understanding of that how does it works. So here this is just the name of class, so that when we run it we can see that our code working successfully. Now here we are defining another class, and we are given all the functions and their responsibility is that what this function has to perform. So it will return this statement, and this function will return this statement. And let me create another class. So I am going to create a class here, and I am going to take the new class, that code with. So I am giving my channel name here and just the name of class. So now here I am again going to inherit this learn class. So I am going to inherit this learn, and after this now again here define, and here student dash details. So now again it is inheriting from the super, like it is not inheriting from this class, it is inheriting from the learn class. So let me just return here something, that let me just copy this these are student details from this class. I am just using the name of class so that we can get better understanding of what this class is. And let me take another function. Earlier we are taking assignment. Let me take this time marks. So student dash marks, and this again this is just auto completing, so let me just remove it, and I am going to write that like these student marks from code vision. So I just executed it, and you can see that we are using same functions but have different implementation. In this class we have different implementation, in second class we are having different implementations. So let us see this, how can we see these implementations and how can we actually achieve it. So now let us create an object for our classes. So let me create object for this class. So like code, let me just take name code is equal to code with any, and now I am creating the object for our class with the name code. Now I am going to use the name of our object. Our object name is code dot. Now after the code we can see that let me just call the function. So in this class we have two functions, student detail and student marks. So let me just call function here of student details, and let me just call it here. So now you can see that these are student details from code with any. So we are getting details for this student details from this class. And if I create student detail object stdt is equal to student dash details, and let me just create object of this class. So I am creating this object class here, like this class object. So let me just call this here std dot student dash details. Now this time when we run it, we are getting details from student dash details, and in this class we are getting code with Zenny. Now you can see that we have same functions, but we have different implementations because we are using abstraction. So what is abstraction? Basically that we are defined just that which functions we need in our program, but we did not define any implementation here. But in each class we are defining the implementation according to our need. So that's the basic overall scenario of the abstraction, that how can we achieve abstraction and how we can use each function for our different functionalities. So that's it for today. Please try to practice around it and see different examples, and see you in next lecture. Till then, bye.